How many of you would say that you have some sort of social media? So that could be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just by like a show of hands. Perfect. Bless you. And how many of you would say that you have a strong personal brand? Show of hands. Okay, perfect. So a couple of you. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today. I know it's early this morning, believe me, but I am so appreciative to have you all here. My name is Daryn Daniels, and this is my talk, Personal Branding as a Platform for Impact, Professionally and Personally. Today, my goal is to encourage and educate you on the ways that you can use personal branding as a platform for impact in your life. I'll first be addressing what personal branding is, why it's important, then I'll be showing you ways to develop and strengthen your brand, and then giving you unique examples of how you can create a platform for impact both personally and professionally. If you have social media, then I would argue that every single one of you has a personal brand. That means in the day and age of the internet, every single person is branding themselves, whether it's intentional or by default. By tapping into this incredible opportunity, you can create a brand for yourself that is both recognizable and impactful. So if we're going to have this conversation, then we should all start on the same page. So I want to go over a little bit about what personal branding is and why it's important. First of all, personal branding, simply put, is the process of managing and optimizing the way that you're presented to others. So it's simply, think of like a SparkNotes version of a book. It's the cut down, the main points, or better yet, think of a first date. Even better than that, think of an online dating profile. You want to put the key things about you. You want to be true to who you are. You don't want to show up to the date and be completely different. That's a bummer, and you lose a lot of trust. But you want to put your best foot forward, and you want to show people who you are before they even meet you. That's exactly what branding is. Here you go. Here are some great examples of personal branding. I'm sure that we have all seen these people and all have instant connotations when pictures come up on the screen. You see Justin Bieber, who is a pop star. He's this, dated Selena Gomez. All these girls are crazy about him, and he loves Jesus. And that's an example of rebranding, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But he has rebranded himself. Then you have Oprah Winfrey. What do you guys think of when you think of Oprah Winfrey? You think of best life and generosity, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. And then Taylor Swift, she's everybody's best friend. She loves cats, she writes love songs, she does country music, and now she does pop. And Kylie Jenner, she's branded herself as like a makeup maven. The main thing I think of when I think of Kylie Jenner is lipstick. And she, you think of her as a Kardashian, and dating Tiger, and these are all things instantly. They don't have to say anything. We haven't met them, but we bring them up in conversations. We talk about them like we know them. We act like they're our friends. That's personal branding. So by creating a unique and distinct brand for yourself, you can easily differentiate who you are from the rest of the world. And you give those who may never meet you an opportunity to get to know who you are and what you are all about. This is not only a powerful tool for building a platform online, but it also gives you a competitive edge offline in the job market and as you search for a career. So sorry. Now that we're all on the same page about what personal branding is, and I hope that I've explained why it's important, I want to move on to show you how you can find your brand, ways that you can strengthen and develop it once you know what it is. So finding your brand. Look at your current social media channels and see, what do you pick up on? If you were a stranger looking at that, what are the key things that you would notice about yourself? What would you say, this is definitely them, this is their personality, these are the things that they're passionate about. What are those things? What is your brand already? Because like I said, all of you guys have a brand, so you have to determine first what it is already. Then think about what you're passionate about. What do you want your brand to be? Are you passionate about children in foster care or the crisis in the Middle East? Or maybe you're passionate about entertainment and style. Perhaps it's sports reporting. And then what is your unique selling point? So there are so many things, you guys. Every single person in this room has unique things about them that no one else has, which is the coolest thing. And they're given to you by God, and they're given to you to be used for His glory and for His kingdom. And so what are those things about you that you can offer to someone that no one else can? These might be that you're an incredible writer, or that you have a heart for people who are hurting, or that you're just talented and gifted in different areas of your life. And then, what gifts have you been given? So what are the things that God has gifted you with? What are those talents? Maybe you're an incredible writer, or maybe you're a great public speaker. What are the practical gifts and talents that you have? And then what do you want people to know about you? What do you want them to know about you right away? And then this is something I did when developing my brand. I sat down with my friends and I said, what do you guys see in me? What are the things that you already see are my brand? Who am I to you? If you had to sum me up, what would you say? That's a great way for people who know you to ask them what they see in you. And then what are those things that people think that you absolutely rock at? What are the things that you get compliments on all the time? Like, oh my gosh, your writing's so good. Or I love the way you tell stories. Or you're hilarious. Those are all incredible things to consider. And then you're going to narrow those down to 3 to 4 phrases, terms, or words. And then determine what career field you're going into. So what job are you working towards? What companies do you want to work with in the future? Look at them. Look at their branding. Check out their social media pages, their blogs, their Facebook. What kind of stuff are they producing? What content are they posting? And you want to brand yourself in a way that's authentic to who you are. But if it's authentic to who you are, it's what career and field you want to go into. So you're also going to be authentic to the companies that you're looking to work with. You want to get to know them, and they want to get to know you. So now that you know what you want your brand to be, decide the look and the feeling of your brand. Is it quirky and fun, or adventuresome and inspiring? Do you desire to be a political reporter, a sports writer, or a photographer for a missions organization? Decide what you want to be known for and establish yourself as this. This is the incredible thing about social media, you guys. You can establish yourself as a professional before you even get into the professional world. You get to post content that goes with what you're looking to, that goes with the career that you're looking to go into. And you get to have your voice heard on certain topics. So you want to know where you're going. That way you can brand yourself in that way. And then just post content that shows that. Share that with the world. Share that you're passionate about the things that you are, and other people will take notice. Consistency is key. So there are a lot of things on social media, and there's a lot of different social media outlets, but one of the key things is consistency. So that means using the same name and photo and logo on all of your social media outlets. That's like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. That means if you like this presentation and you see me and you're not friends with me yet, and you say, I want to know more about this person, you can go and you can see my photo in the pamphlet here, and you can go and you can look at my Facebook and my Twitter and my Instagram that have the same photo, and you can know, oh, that's who that girl was. Instead of wondering, have you ever done that, like you're stalking someone and you're like, is this them? Is that them? I don't know. It just makes it consistent. And then if you have a blog, use the same color schemes, stylistic choices, fonts, graphics, all of that sort of stuff where you can. There's some, Twitter, Facebook, that sort of stuff, you can't really mess with the fonts and whatnot. But use it on your business cards. Show people that you're consistent and that you know who you are. Here you go. Okay, here are some examples of how I've done this. Up on the top left, you can see my portfolio site, which has my logo and my branding. The colors are pink and it's floral because I'm really feminine and girly, and that's as much pink as I could get away with being professional. And my blog or my vlog, over here you see I use the same background that I use on my portfolio site, which is the same logo that's on my business cards. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have my Instagram, and like I said, there's the same photo and the same name. I have the same bio for my Instagram and my Twitter. And then my blog has the same typeface or font as my portfolio site. So all of these things just ensure that people know who I am and know exactly what I'm about. Another great example of personal branding would be like creating a hashtag or a unique way that you edit photos. So when somebody sees your information, they know that it's yours, even if it doesn't have your name, if it doesn't have your photo next to it. They scroll by and they say, oh, that totally looks like so-and-so. Or they see a hashtag and they think, oh, this is that person's. And it's a great way to engage people and allow them to join in on what you're doing. And the last point I have for this is post regularly and post high quality content. If you guys are looking to go into a career field where people are going to be looking at your social media, you want to post things that are impressive. So although it might have been a really, really fun night and it was a really great time, if the photo's really bad and blurry, maybe choose not to post it. And then be authentic, you guys. Be yourself, be honest, be real, and be raw, because if you're doing this and you're branding yourself and that's not truly who you are, it might be impressive, but you'll lose it all when you meet them in person. Personal branding online is purely about representing yourself and presenting yourself as who you really are. So don't hide yourself. By building a brand that is consistent and authentic, you gain trust with your audience and you allow them a bigger platform to share your passions with people who are already willing to listen. So when they know you and they trust you, they're willing to listen to what you have to say, which is an incredible opportunity to speak about the things that God has put on your heart, the passions, and you get to speak to a larger audience. Think of the brands or the people that influence your life and how they're able to speak. And aspire to be that. Aspire to speak truth and life over people, even if you've never met them. By simply adding intentionality into the things that you're already doing on a daily basis, you set yourself up to be in a position to reach a greater audience and create a greater impact, not only personally, but professionally. Good branding draws people in, it encourages them, and it gives them something to be a part of. When people know you, like you, and trust you, they will want to work for you and they will want to work for your causes. Personal branding allows you to speed up the process. It allows someone to get to know you, to like you, and trust you before they even meet you in person, which is an incredible, incredible tool, not only in life, just to get to know people and earn their trust, but also in business. By leveraging your brand, you can create more meaningful relationships in which people want to work for you and for your causes. So what are those things that God has put on your heart? What are those things that break your heart, that you're passionate about? When you have a voice and you have a following and an audience who's willing to listen, you get to make an impact, a greater impact for those things that you're so passionate about already. And there are employment opportunities that can come from creating good personal branding. One, you have something to offer. When somebody brings you in, they know that you have something to offer. You have an audience that goes with you already. You're bringing them an audience with you, which is an incredible asset. And then we all know that potential employers look at like you on Google. I don't know if you've ever Googled yourself. I have. But you will find your social media outlets are the very first things that pop up, the first things about you. So if you turn in a resume and you say, I'm incredible at creating unique and engaging content, and they go and your Instagram is not very great, then that doesn't really align. Or if you say, I'm a positive person who enjoys working with people, and your Twitter is all angry rants, that's rough. So brand yourself and be conscious of these things. It's not changing who you are, just simply being conscious of what you're presenting and put your best foot forward. Like I said, like it's like a first date. Personally, an example of this would be, I had a magazine reach out to me simply because they saw my blog. They thought, oh my gosh, you love empowering women and you're about style and fashion and about how God has made you beautiful and how we can display that through beauty and style. And that was really, really cool, you guys. And those are the things that can happen, is that you can gather that attention and you can bring people in and they'll want to work with you. Additionally, this allows you to bring an audience in and you have them work with you, and then it's the same people that you want to work with, they want to work with you because you're both in alignment. So knowing and presenting your brand well will also now naturally allow you to catch the attention of companies and other individuals who share the same values and passions. Guys, thank you so much. Oh, a little early, but that's okay. Thank you so much. I am absolutely honored to be sharing this topic that I'm so passionate about with you today. I hope that you now have a better understanding of what personal branding is, why it's important, ways that you can develop and strengthen your brand, and additionally, that you feel encouraged to go out and use personal branding as a tool to increase your platform for impact. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, and I'd like to open the floor for questions.
Good job. Thank you. At this point, we'll do the 5 minutes for Q&A.